and with his neck-up ability. And we were all wondering, is he going to be able to handle the heat? Is he going to be able to handle the sacking that might come his way? Is he going to get out of the way? Pass rush this, pass rush that. Is he going to be able, with his 41-year-old body, be able to do it? The answer is yes, 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 yes. All of it. He has every reason to feel great today. 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, a passer rating 136.7. His 4 passing touchdowns. How's he going to do with the Steelers? How many people stop you when they're talking to you, recognizing you from this program? Top 5 question: how's Rodgers going to do with the Steelers? Any questions?
I got a lot of Steeler friends,
of course,
so I get a lot of texts.
Yeah, I mean, I get that nonstop.
We're not going to apologize for winning.
What's he going to do in Pittsburgh? How's it going to work? Well, I mean, we obviously have way more runway left here. But his 4 passing touchdowns, he became the first quarterback in Steelers history to have 4 passing touchdowns in his debut for the team, ever. Last quarterback to have 4 touchdown passes in a game for the Steelers. Want to guess? You know the answer. His name's Big Ben. Last time Rodgers had 4 touchdown passes in a game, period, was when he beat the Bears. That's a shocker. In 2021, his last MVP season, he hasn't done it in 4 years. That's how he's going to do it. And of course, that passer rating is higher than any passer rating he had with the Jets. He found Calvin Austin, Jalen Warren, Ben Skoranek, and Jonnu Smith for his touchdowns. Okay. So have your head on a swivel. And I think, wait a minute, were any of them handpicked by him to join the team? Wow. Nope. No, again, I point this out to say that everybody thought he wouldn't be able to play within the Steelers world because it's his world. There's only one world, and it's his. Now, will we have a story mid-season about him and Arthur Smith gear grinding? Maybe. Well, that's a conversation. Rodgers is not going to be able to do it in the Steelers way because it's only his way. You got to give it up, man. You got to give it up. 8 of 10 for 71 yards and 3 passing touchdowns off of play action. And this is when he was taking sacks, too. Unreal. Kudos to him. And so, of course, he was going to spike the football in his own understated pickup. Keep your ears open because you might pick up a few things style of talking with the media afterwards. Hit it.
I love beating everybody. So it doesn't matter who it is. I really only played 18 games here. So I was actually talking to Brees about that pregame. He said, how's it feel? I said, honestly, I was here for 2 years, but it doesn't come close to how it's going to feel playing Green Bay because that was, 18 years of my career. So it was nice to win, especially, hearing some of the cat calls out there and the boo birds. I'm not sensitive about that. I expected that, kind of like that. But there were probably people in the organization didn't think I could play anymore. So it was nice to remind those people that I still can.
First of all, Jets fans who are booing this guy, what? Because his Achilles wasn't strong enough. And then after that,
I think there were other things to boo him about.
But we could remove that back page of the post, so now he can play. I mean, that's
That is great.
So like what, he wasn't trying his best for the Jets? Is that what they were saying? He wasn't performing to the best of his ability.
He was garbage. He brought in all his friends and his coaching buddies, and then he goes somewhere else and torches them.
Well, he goes somewhere else.
How are they supposed to feel?
He's definitely more healthy than he was with the Jets. I bet you at any point in time. The Steelers aren't going to fire Tomlin. The front office is not going to be changed. And the owners is going to stay out of the mix.
Yep.
And Rodgers isn't being asked to be the savior. Just show up. If the defense can't stop Justin Fields, we'll talk about him in a second, then try and win the game for us, Aaron, and put it on the foot of our what did Tomlin call Chris Boswell? Serial killer. 60-yard field goal. Man, I would love to have seen a GoPro on Larry David win a field goal. Won it from 60 yards like a jumping frog. He wants the goalpost removed to beat the Jets. But still, the Jets had a chance to win it and couldn't get it done. But this is about the Steelers for the moment. And Rodgers did take one last little jab at the New York Jets.
You spoke about the meeting with Aaron Glenn on McAfee a few months ago. Beating him, is there significance in that, since he basically told you to your face that he didn't think you were right for that team?
Yes, that's what he did.
So there's significance in beating him for you?
I was happy to beat everybody associated with the Jets.
Listen, you can't blame Aaron Glenn either for telling Rodgers last 2 years wasn't up to what anybody around here wanted. We need a fresh, clean start around here. I don't have a problem with Aaron Glenn saying that to Aaron Rodgers. The way in which he had communicated it, the way that Rodgers says that they communicated it, where they could have basically FaceTime with him. Or they just said, hey, we wanted to do it face-to-face. Come on out here. And he said, listen, this is now history. But you can't blame the Jets for wanting to move on. Congratulations to Rodgers. He showed up and he showed out. And now comes Seattle. DK is going to have his run against his former team there. And as Rodgers pointed out, he's got Green Bay on his schedule. And the Bears. He's going through the AFC North and the AFC East as well. And the NFC North. Must-see television, every single one. And certainly if Rodgers is going to show up like he could throw 4 touchdowns without a pick, we just assume the defense has got to be better. I mean, the Steelers have got a fun, must-see schedule down the road in every single way. Big W for them. As for the Jets. As for the New York Jets. Justin Fields looked great, man. Jets, have they ever had a quarterback like this? I mean,
not recently.
Ever.
Not ever.
Ever. I mean, red zone problems the Jets have. Let's just have him run it in or skip in. He looked great. Him and Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall. The fact that the Jets have an offense that is a problem. I mean, they were scoring on occasion or moving the ball at will against the Steelers defense. And Jet fans, you tell me the last time you saw something like that. Something like that. I mean, Breece had 100 yards and 38 catching. He had only one 100-yard game last season, which is, again, why it didn't work out for Rodgers, although I understand Rodgers didn't get the running game yesterday and still threw it for 4 touchdowns. But
Breece Hall looked great.
Breece had 107 yards, and Justin Fields was efficient, 16 of 22. His passer rating was $119. Garrett Wilson, 5 yards shy of 100 yards. I mean, who's going to be that second receiver? That's a question. But, does it matter if Fields is a major offensive weapon in a way that, I'll say it, like Lamar and Josh Allen and Jayden Daniels and Jalen Hurts? I mean, the Jets have a two-way threat at quarterback. How can he progress if forced to have to win the game with his arm? What will happen? I mean, these are all questions to be answered. But again, you don't raise a banner off of coming close, but the Jets have got to feel good about that, right? Fields had 48 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. He's got his 4th career game with multiple rushing touchdowns. The 32 points were the season high for the Jets last year, and that's week 1. And Aaron Glenn's going to figure out the defense a little bit better. I mean, you got to feel good about that. I mean, the Bills are coming in next. That's a big moment. But the Jets have beaten the Bills in New York. They've been able to do that. Mm-hmm. They've got to do that. Obviously now. I mean, you look at the way the Dolphins played and how the Patriots couldn't win in week 1 at home. You got to go to Tampa and then at Miami. The Jets have what it takes can they put it together and not lose a game like the one they did at home? These are questions that we're going to have answered, but you got to feel good if you're a Jet fan right now based off of what you saw. Because Fields was slinging it, man. He was slinging it and running it and came this close to being able to spike the football on the Steelers if he wanted to in the way that Rodgers did with the Jets. And that was the game of the day until Sunday Night Football hit. Wow. Was it ever? 844-204-RICH is the number to dial. When we come back, we'll hit some of the Packers, and we got a friend of the program zooming in.
I think so.
To play the final win-loss game from doing that SportsCenter a few weeks ago.